Meeting will now come to order. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusty, Councilman Cuesta.
Here.
Councilman Cuesta.
Here.
Councilman Jackus.
Here.
Councilman Nova.
Here.
Councilman Keenan.
Here.
Councilman Bowman. Cedeno.
Here.
Councilman Bowman. Councilman Maza.
Here.
And the President Gonzalez.
Here. Now please stand for the prayer and the pledge of allegiance led by Councilwoman Perkins.
Almighty God, as we legislate for our community, may a strong sense of justice and fair play permeate all we do. Above all, may we seek out your holy will. Give us the strength to follow it, regardless of all human considerations.
This is a regular meeting of the City Council as incorporated in the annual meeting notice of 2012, which has filed in the City Clerk's office and posted by the bulletin board of December 27, 2011, and is sent to the Star Ledger and Home Tribune in compliance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law of New Jersey. Now I will open the public speaking portion of the meeting. Anyone wishing to address the City Council may do so at this time. I will now open the public speaking portion of the meeting. Anyone wishing to address City Council may do so at this time. Seeing none, I will close the public speaking portion of the meeting. Now, before moving on to public hearings, Councilman Grover would like to make some presentations.
Thank you, Mr. President. We've had an opportunity this year to have some of our police officers and one of our captains in our fire department get honored by the County of Union Dollar Award and also by our local police department. And it would be remiss if our county, our city body would also recognize these officers from our hometown who went beyond their call of duty to perform acts which we will express in a minute and recognize them also here. This recognition will be put in our minutes and will remain with our city's books for years to come. First one we're going to call up is Captain Brian Santos. July 22nd, 2012, off-duty Captain Brian Santos from Elizabeth Fire Department was traveling home along with 31 in Clinton when he came upon a car on his roof off the roadway on fire. A snapped telephone pole and wires were down across the roadway. Realizing this accident had just occurred and there was probably trapped occupants, Captain Santos jumped from his vehicle to immediately check. He found the driver unconscious in the vehicle, suspended upside down with his safety seatbelt. Despite the fact that there was increasing fire and smoke, the captain crawled into the passenger compartment over broken glass and mangled metal to try to free the driver. After several attempts, he could not release the belt due to the weight of the driver pushing on his seatbelt. As conditions rapidly deteriorated, he called out to bystanders for a knife. While Santos was waiting for the bystander to return with the knife, a local firefighter arrived on the scene attempting to order him out of the vehicle. The captain was determined to not leave until he brought the driver with him. Bystander returned with the knife and he was able to free the driver, lowering him and then pulling the driver safely from the vehicle. He was administered first aid and held spine retraction until other local units arrived. For that heroic event, we want to recognize Captain Santos of the Elizabeth Fire Department. Officer Paul Camarino, Officer Howard Decker, Detective Raul Del Priez, and Manassas Detective Police Department. On a cold January morning, when they chased down, the officers were honored by the 200 Club of Union County for their acts of bravery. On a cold January morning, they chased down 2 carjacking suspects who were armed with fully loaded 40 caliber Glock. As the officers ran after the men, the suspect with the gun turned around and pointed at them. And as a result, they were able to apprehend the suspect. For this act, they would receive gold plaques, which were distributed for act of bravery by the Elizabeth Police Department and the 200 Club of Union County. Congratulations to Detective Raul Del Priez. If you don't mind, could you bring the accommodations to Officers Paul Camarino and Howard? Last commendation goes to 6 officers of our Elizabeth Police Department, 2 of which are now present, which is Officer Brian Stack and Officer Michelle Maldonado. I'm going to call up Sean Campbell, Giovanni Pinedo Jr., Paul Tillotson, and Anthony Wilson. Please come up. Where City Council of Elizabeth has learned that on December 25, 2011, which is Christmas Day, police officers responded to a 3-alarm fire at 444 and 446 East Jersey Street in the first ward of Elizabeth, and entered 448 East Jersey Street, which was in danger of being engulfed by fire. During the evacuation, officers encountered several elderly residents, as well as children, in a nearby building, which was heavily engulfed in smoke and fire. After the alleyway had become blocked by fire, officers knocked down a 6-foot chain link fence and safely evacuated all residents from there as well. It is with honor we recommend and we acknowledge the below listed police officers who displayed extreme heroism as they put their lives in danger in order to save others. And for that, we thank Sean Campbell, Giovanni Pinedo Jr., Paul Tillotson, and Anthony Will for their heroic effort. It's important when we, as council members, elected officials, a lot of times the public doesn't know what goes on in our police department, fire department. And these gentlemen and ladies go beyond their call of duty, put their lives at risk every day to protect us, to protect the residents of the city. And it's important that we, as elected officials, students that are here, that in the future may be in our position, always recognize the men and women in blue that help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Congratulations to the officers. Now we'll move on to the public hearings.
Ordinance number 4305, authorizing capital ordinance in the amount of $300,000 for improvements to City Hall.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4305. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4305? You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4305. 4305. If there is anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4305. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing of ordinance 4305.
Ordinance number 4306, authorizing bond ordinance in the amount of $2,500,000 with a down payment for $125,000 for the purchase of various capital equipment for the fire department.
You've heard the reading of ordinance 4306. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance number 4306? You have heard the reading of ordinance number 4306. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4306? Seeing none, I close the public hearing. Ordinance 4306.
Ordinance number 4307, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Maurice Selva, 523 Franklin Street.
You have heard the reading of ordinance 4307. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4307? You have heard the reading of ordinance number 4307. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4307? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance 4307.
Ordinance number 4308, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for George Herrera, 420 Livingston Street.
You have heard the reading of 4308. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4308? You have heard the reading of ordinance number 4308. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4308? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance 4308.
Ordinance number 4309, granting and enclosure permit to Arcadis US Incorporation, 8 South River Road, Cranberry, New Jersey. On behalf of the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, in association with the Gospels Bridge, to perform environmental site assessment within the public right-of-way of Amboy Avenue, Bayway, Burlington Avenue, Franco Street, South Front Street, and relocated Bayway Avenue to include 12 soil borings and 8 monitoring wells.
You've heard the reading of the ordinance number 4309. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4309? You have heard the reading of ordinance number 4309. Is there anyone present who would like to speak on ordinance 4309? Seeing none, I close the public hearing on ordinance 4309. With the consent of my colleagues, I will dispense with the reading of the petitions and the communications and reports of city officers and move on the ordinance on first reading.
Authorize the adoption of the redevelopment study approved by the planning board, finding the property located at 66877 North Avenue qualifies as an area in need of redevelopment as defined under the local redevelopment and housing law.
You have heard the reading of the resolution. What is your question?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Aye.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
I also.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Aye. Councilman Sedania.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Now I also. Yeah, I also.
Ordinance number 4310, adopted redevelopment plan as recommended by the planning board related to the North Avenue redevelopment area at 66877 North Avenue as defined under the local redevelopment and housing law.
You've heard the reading of ordinance number 4310. What is your question?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Mazza. President Gonzalez.
Aye.
Ordinance number 4311, granting a motion permit to PT Consultants Incorporated, 629 Creek Road, Belmar, New Jersey, to perform environmental work in the public right of way of Spofford Avenue consisting of 2 temporary sewer borings.
You have heard the reading of ordinance number 4311. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and second. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Costa. Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Mazza. President Gonzalez.
Aye.
Ordinance number 4312, brand encroachment permit to Sovereign Consulting Incorporation, 141 New Road, Parsippany, New Jersey, to perform environmental work within the public right of way at First Avenue, consisting of 2 monitored wells.
You have heard the reading of ordinance number 4312. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and second. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Costa. Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Mazza. President Gonzalez.
Aye. Public hearings and further considerations of the foregoing ordinances shall take place at the City Council meeting to be held Tuesday, June 12, 2012 at 7:30 p.m. We'll now move on to ordinances and final passage.
Ordinance number 4305, authorizing capital ordinance in the amount of $300,000 for improvements to City Hall.
You heard the reading of ordinance number 4305. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and second. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Costa. Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Mazza. President Gonzalez.
Aye.
Ordinance number 4306, authorize a bond ordinance in the amount of $2,500,000 with a down payment of $155,000 for the purchase of various capital equipment for the fire department.
You heard the reading of ordinance number 4306. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and second. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Costa. Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Mazza. President Gonzalez.
Aye.
Ordinance number 4307, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for Maurice Selva, bought 523 Franklin Street.
You have heard the reading of ordinance number 4307. What is your pleasure?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and second. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Councilman Questa. Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover. Councilman Keenan. Councilman Sedano. Councilman Mazza. President Gonzalez.
Aye.
Ordinance number 4308, authorize the establishment of a personalized handicap parking space for George Guerrero, Ward 420 Livingston Street.
You heard the reading of ordinance number 4308. What is your question?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved in second. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Rosa.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye.
Ordinance number 4309, grants and encroaching permits for Arcadis US Incorporation, 8 South Cranberry, New Jersey. On behalf of the Port Authority of New York, New Jersey, in association with the Gospel of Bridge, to perform environmental site assessment of the public right-of-way of Amwood Avenue, Bayway, Burlington Avenue, Franco Street, South Front Street, and relocated Bayway Avenue to include 12 soil borings and 8 monitoring valves.
You heard the reading of ordinance number 4309. What is your question?
Move the ordinance for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved in second. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa. Aye. Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan. Aye. Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Now move on to new businesses.
Mr. President, can I have the floor for resolution under suspension of rules?
I'll forget that.
President, there's been a request to allow for a rain date for the Waterfront Festival that's taking place in Memorial Day weekend. In case of inclement weather, the voter is asking for an extension day of HOE, which is that following month. Currently, it's only Saturday.
Do I have a motion to suspend the rules for the purpose of considering resolutions which do not appear on the agenda?
Move to second.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Second.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye.
President, I think I have to take a vote on that resolution. That was the motion to suspend.
Letter dated May 22nd, 2012 from Melly Productions requesting to have a rain date for May 28, 2012 for the Elizabeth Waterfront Festival in case of inclement weather.
Do I have a motion to suspend the rules for the purpose of considering resolutions which do not appear on the agenda?
We did that, right? Okay. Now we have one other resolution, President.
Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedan. Aye. Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye. Now we'll move on to new business.
Authorize an amendment to the fiscal year 2012 budget to insert as an item of revenue, New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection and Clean Communities grant in the amount of $100,000, $132,690.39. Authorize fiscal year 2012 municipal and sewer utility budget transfers in the amount of $200,000. Authorize the award of contract of E-Plus Technology for Crossroads Drive, Hamilton, New Jersey, for the purchase of hardware computers, printers, servers, media, software upgrades, and other computer equipment for various city buildings for the period of May 1st, 2012 through August 31st, 2014, at a cost not to exceed $50,000. Authorize the award of a contract to Rico USA, 19 Chapman Road, P.O. Box 2008, Pine Grove, New Jersey, for the leasing of new photocopiers for the period May 1st, 2012 through August 31st, 2012, in an amount not to exceed $20,000. Authorize the award of a contract to Garden State Highway Products, 1740 East Oak Road, Vineland, New Jersey, for the purchase of reflective sheeting for the Department of Public Works for the period April 27, 2012 through May 31st, 2012, at a cost not to exceed $10,000. Authorize the award of a contract to Kimball International Marketing, COPFI, 1600 Royal Street, Jasper, Indiana, for the purchase of furniture for the firehouse located at 442-464 Trumbull Street in the amount of $8,686.80. Authorize the award of a contract to David Weber Oil Company, 601 Industrial Road, Carlstadt, New Jersey, for the purchase of automotive lubricants, oils, and grease, and hydraulic oils for various departments for the period April 27, 2012 through May 29, 2012, at a cost not to exceed $10,000.
We've heard the reading of the resolution. What is your question?
Move the resolution for a vote, Mr. President.
Moved and seconded. Are there any comments? Seeing none, roll.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting.
Aye.
Councilman Questa.
Aye.
Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Grover.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan.
Aye.
Councilman Sedano.
Aye.
Councilman Mazza.
Aye.
President Gonzalez.
Aye.
Authorize the award of a contract of 545 Morris Avenue, DBA, Tropicana Diner and Restaurant, 535 Morris Avenue, Elizabeth, for the purchase of prisoners' meals for a period of 2 years commencing with the date of the contract, and a cost not to exceed $150,000. Authorize the award of a contract to Cleveland Auto and Tire Company, 462 3rd Avenue, Elizabeth, New Jersey, for the purchase of tires and tubes for vehicles for the Departments of Public Works, Police and Fire for the period May 8, 2012 through June 8, 2012, to at a cost not to exceed $25,000. Authorize the award of the contract to PM Construction Corporation, 1310 Central Avenue, Hillside, New Jersey, for the 3rd Avenue Flood Control Project at a cost of $1,617,600,000. Authorize an amendment to a resolution adopted April 12, 2011, awarding a contract to Groundwork Elizabeth Corporation for the Planter Beautification Program, specifically to extend the term of the contract to December 31st, 2012, and to provide additional funding in the amount of $8,870. Authorize the proper city officials to apply to the County of Union on behalf of the Elizabeth Municipal Alliance for grant funds in the amount of $82,881 for the continuation of the Elizabeth Municipal Alliance program activities for the period of January 1st, 2013 to December 31st, 2013. Establish a line of property located at 595 Monroe Avenue in the amount of $16,500 for the demolition of said premises. Establish a line of property on the property located at 597 Monroe Avenue in the amount of $16,500 for the demolition of said premises. Establish lines for the boarding up of properties listed on Schedule A on file in the City Clerk's Office with a total amount of $4,679.92. Establish a handicap parking space in front of the premises located at 1019 M Street. Grant permission to the Morris Midtown Business Association, P.O. Box 443, Elizabeth, to use Julian Place between Union Avenue and Morris Avenue for kiddie rides and children's entertainment on July 27th through July 29th, 2012, on the night annual Colombian Independence Day Festival from 12 noon to 8 p.m., contingent on approval of Cocobongo Productions, changing their rain date from July 28 to August 4, 2012. Grant permission to City Go to Jennifer Almeida, resident of Elizabeth and members of the Girl Scout group of Our Lady of Fatima Church, to create a monument site to the soldiers who have died and will never be forgotten along Morton Mill Road and Myrtle Street as part of their Golden War project. Pay utility bills, approve bingo and raffle licenses.
I've heard the reading of the resolution. What is your question?
Move the resolution to a vote, Mr. President.
And second, are there any comments? Seeing none, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Dusting. Aye. Councilman Cuesta. Aye. Councilman Jacobs.
Aye.
Councilman Roca.
Aye.
Councilman Keenan. Aye. Councilman Sedano. Aye. Councilman Mazza. Aye. President Gonzalez.
Aye. Now move on to commendations. Elizabeth Police Department 2012 Hour of Recipients. Police Officer Sean Campbell, Police Officer Michelle Maldonado, Police Officer Giovanni Arcaneta Jr., Police Officer Brian Spanish, Police Officer Paul DeWalton, and Police Officer Anthony Wilk. Are there any other commendations? Now, let's move on to memorials. Teresa Rodriguez. Are there any more memorials?
We have another memorial for William Mitchell.
Any other memorial?
Chairman, memorial to Jerry Luigi.
Jerry Luigi. Any other? We'll now stay for a moment of silence.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We would like all the students to remain so you can receive your certificates, please.
Michael Jones.
Christopher Umana. Christopher Umana. Annette Dortolin. Lasagna Figueras. Luis Sordo. Jose Reyes. Dwayne Lewis Luis. Alberto Malvarez. Bernice Valley, E. Vikas Javed, Alexis Erba, Claudia Alvarado, Rose Villarreal, Valeria Perez, Denise Rivera, Mariela Romero, Yatira Diggs, Jason Gregory, Georgina Padilla, Jamal Lee, Maruzi Vascones, Jessica Perez, Anthony Rivera, Melanie Espinal, Kimberly Lawson, Malik Hooks, Andre Azevedo, Michelle Gianetta, Genevieve Escobar, Mercedes Eggers, James Lopez, Masael Cruz, Kristen Souza, Carla Wong, Andriana Maroto,
Got everybody in there? All right, Zach, my screen.
So before we leave, I want to let the council member participating in youth government today, 1984, along with Carl Mack, who's now a partner, and also George Estrada, who's a participant, and he's now the city attorney, who's a part of the city council. I forget what you were. It was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And now, 1981. Hey. So, I was yesterday,
You got to